Alright, what's up, everybody? It's BP coming from fucking Wicked Webster, Florida. I got my main man right here, Lowe's Doggy Dog, joining me.
Yo, what's up? What's up?
We're coming to spit to y'all 30 minutes of harsh fucking truth. Nothing but truth going on, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to kind of start it off with a little funny story, bro, that just happened to me right now when I was waiting for you to get on the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I live out here like in the middle of nowhere, bro. There's usually nobody like around me. Nobody ever comes and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird for me to hear my dog bark outside because I always leave his ass out there just running around trying to take a piss and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting trying to sit up so we can go ahead and get going, and I hear him barking outside. You know what I mean? And to me, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, because my dog never really fucking barks. So my first instinct, bro, is not even to go out there. It's to like, I just jump, I grab my gun, cock that bitch, and I run outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just pure instinct. So I go and I see, and it really wasn't anything. He was just sitting there barking at a fucking possum. You know what I'm saying? And that got me thinking, bro. That really got me thinking, like, I kind of wanted to understand, you know, like, why I thought the way that I, like, what made me want to kind of, like, do that reaction, you know what I'm saying? Instead of running out there just to go see, like, why'd I grab my gun? You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes no fucking sense. And then I started thinking, bro, like, that's kind of how it's always been all my life, you know? Growing up, I grew up paranoid as fuck, bro. I don't know about you, but I was always a paranoid person. I was always watching my back.
Nah, it's like instincts, bro. It's in our blood. It's in our nature. You know what I mean? Like, no matter what, you thinking about the next move. You know what I mean? Like, what's coming next? Like, what happens if that wasn't a possum?
And see,
what if that
to
was
me,
somebody trying to look through? What if that was just like some random? Or what if it was a little kid? You know?
Hell yeah. And
you gotta look at your scenarios, bro. And you gotta.
I remember, bro, growing up where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, hearing gunshots outside, like, that was always a regular thing. You know, you would always hear people getting shot, people getting jumped, people getting killed. You know what I mean? Is that how it was where you were from, bro? Like, where did you grow up? Where do you come from, bro? Like, what part? You grew up in Houston, right?
Oh, bro, Houston. What? I've been in Rosenberg, Richmond. I've been at Katy.
So
I've been everywhere.
For
bro.
you,
I've been to. I think the worst one for me, bro, was.
That's what I was gonna ask
bro,
you.
I think it was the bird, bro. It was the bird because
Rosenberg.
the bird was just so ruthless. It was just so ruthless, bro. I lived in like a little shack. Well, I wouldn't say, a shack, bro. It was like 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, bro. That's it. You know what I mean?
And
the kitchen was like mixed in with the living room, bro. And then I was right next to a railroad track, bro. So every day I'll be sleeping, bro. You just hear like the railroads be coming by. It's like, damn, man. And it's so crazy because you adapt to that shit, bro. Because I could sit here and tell you that's the worst spot. But I could sit here and tell you that was my greatest memories, bro. Like that was one of my happiest. That home was full of happiness, bro. Even though it was so small and tiny and everything like that. Like, I was embarrassed of that shit, bro. Like, I didn't want to bring bitches by my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? But, like, I didn't want to bring my girl. Like, hey, she gonna see my house and then she gonna be like, damn, this nigga. Fuck. Like,
so where you come from, bro? What was the hardest part? Like, were there any gangs around? Were there people trying to claim territory or stuff like? Cause you know, Houston. You know, I'm from Dallas, bro. I grew up in Dallas. I grew up in Oak Cliff, which is pretty much like right down the street from like downtown Dallas, maybe 15-20 minutes from downtown Dallas, I want to say. And I saw a lot of gangs, bro. We had a lot of like, it was more Latino community, you know what I mean? It was Latino and blacks. You really didn't see too many whites, and it was a lot of Bloods and Crips going on, you know what I mean? But we also had these like smaller little factions, but really mostly everybody just banged Bloods and Crips, and they all had their own little names, you know what I mean? And to me, that was always like the hardest part of living where I was from, you know what I mean? Like, not getting jumped when I went to school, not getting involved in that shit, because everywhere I looked, you know, like, there was drugs, there was people getting jumped, people robbing people, you know what I mean? People like 13, 14-year-old kids getting kids pregnant, you know what I mean?
Gang shit, yeah.
And so that's what I was gonna ask you, bro. Where you were from, were there any gangs, or you didn't really have to worry about that shit?
Gangs is was always around, bro. Gangs been around for us for generations. You know, man, bro. Like you said, multiple gangs. You can sit there and name them. You can, like, you know what I'm saying. Mostly it was Bloods and Crips. You had bounty hunters. You had your vice lords. You know what I mean?
Were there a lot of
You had
tango?
your SPPLs and LTC. Tango was more of like old heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Tango
yeah, yeah,
was
yeah,
more of
yeah,
old
yeah,
heads. You know,
yeah, yeah.
you got to get to be in the pen to be like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean,
to
get
be
that
in
status,
tango.
to get that quota anyways, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's another story. But
Yeah.
gang shit, bro, I wasn't really much of a follower, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want, like, I rode with my family, you know what I'm saying?
And see,
My
that's-
family gonna do it, I'ma do it.
And
you
see,
know what I mean?
that's
Like, and you gotta remember, I grew up with my family for a minute, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I went to school with my brother, my sister, my cousins.
and see, that's
I could sit here
where
and tell you a story like crazy.
that's where me and you are different, bro. My family moved to Dallas, and I didn't really have anybody, so I kind of grew up by myself. I didn't really have any cousins. I didn't have no brothers. I didn't have shit. I had my sister, but she was a lot younger than I was. So when we were in school, she was like not really around. Does that make any sense? So I was fending by myself.
Yeah.
I was fending by myself,
Yeah,
bro.
most definitely.
And even then, bro, I can say that I never really like. I associated with people. I have friends everywhere. I have friends that were banging, you know, where I was from, it was sureños, norteños, like you said, tango and all that stupid shit. Well, not stupid, because I respect every gang and I respect whatever they're into, so, you know what I mean? But I never really got caught up myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always kind of, like you said, I just wanted to be by myself. I wanted to get along with everybody. I didn't really... Not that I disagreed with the way that they lived their life, bro, but more that I just felt like that wasn't for me, you know? And
Yeah.
so-
Hey, man, look. Not everybody's ready for somebody to be like, hey, look. In order for me to respect you, you have to go kill this dude.
Yeah,
Or in order for
yeah,
me to
yeah,
respect you, you have to go rob this guy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that, man? Like, you putting me on a mission to fuck up my life. You should
Yeah.
be with like a circle that's gonna be like, hey, bro, like, not even, you know what I'm saying, rob that nigga, but go check that nigga. See what
See,
he's like.
bro,
You know,
like-
different types of subjects. It's just, bro, people trying to earn respect, bro. And
Yeah.
that's the key. I get it. Like, you want to see if this nigga down, right? Yeah, okay. But my nigga, don't just go put your nigga on a stupid dummy mission.
Yeah,
That's what you
and
call them dummy missions.
they're dummy
bro. They
missions,
dummy
yeah.
missions.
Just to, and you don't really.
You so lost, bro, because your mama not around, your daddy not around. That right there seems convenient. Like, all right, well, you gonna fuck around, bro? There's so many niggas that counted out, like, bro, like. I could count my niggas like they're doing time like for fuck shit,
For a
bro,
long
dumb
time,
shit, bro.
they go down for a really long
Yeah.
time. And you know, bro, I never really had. I had guidance. You know, like my dad didn't really leave my mom till I was like maybe a sophomore in high school, a freshman in high school. So my dad was there, you know, but he never really. Like, we talked about that shit. He would tell me not to get involved with drugs and with gangs and shit. And they can tell you as much as they want, you know. But when you're actually out there, you know what I mean? When you're surrounded by that shit, it's kind of hard. And you have to, even no matter what they say, you have to kind of do it yourself, you know? Now, I was going to ask you, bro, what about the school you went to? Like, my school was, to me at the time, it looked like a normal school, you know what I mean? But then I guess as I got older, bro, I started to realize, like, we would get pat down when we were walking into school. We'd go to metal detectors. We had to have, like, see-through backpacks. Everybody had to wear the same uniform that was, like, a neutral color so nobody got jumped and nobody got beat up for wearing different uniforms, you know what I mean? Was your school like that, or was it more normal? Because I felt like mine was more kind of, like, getting institutionalized from a young age. You know what I mean? Like, kind of, you have to wear this. You
Wait,
have
was that an alternative school you went
No,
to?
no,
Or
no,
that
bro.
like
It was a public. It was a public school.
What high school is this?
It was when I was in Dallas, bro.
What high school? I want to see what high school you talking
when
about.
I
bro.
went this-
I never met a high school that made you have to do color course.
Okay,
like that, bro.
I
Not in
started.
Houston.
I started in like I said, I grew up in Oak Cliff, Texas, bro, which is pretty much 15 to 20 minutes outside of Dallas. I went to Griner Middle School, which is right in the center of Oak Cliff, and that's where it started, bro. Like, when you would walk into the first, you had to wear your uniform could only be like dark blue pants, like really really dark navy blue pants, black pants. That's it. You couldn't wear no khaki, and your shirt was either white or baby blue. You know what I mean? You couldn't wear red.
That sound like A-Leaf. That sounds like A-Leaf over here. Yeah, they would do the same
And then
thing, but
to walk in, you would have to go through metal detectors, and then your backpack had to either be mesh or plastic see-through. And when you walked in, after going through the metal detector, they would kind of pat you down, and then they'd open your backpack, take everything out, put everything back in, and then you'd go into the school. And they did that for everybody, bro. Every student, every person walking in. Yeah. So when I was growing up, so that was my middle school. High school was the same way. In high school, we didn't really have a uniform, but we weren't like allowed to wear hoodies, no like drug paraphernalia t-shirts. It was a little bit more laid back, but you still had to go through and get your shit checked, you know. And this is crazy, bro, because like 2 days ago, the shit it's still going down, man. Like no matter what they do, like for example, over there in South Oak Cliff, there was a shooting at a basketball game 2 days ago, bro, at the school. Somebody went up to the school, a 15-year-old kid, bro, went up to the school, shot up another kid right there in the basketball court, you know. And that's the type of shit that they try to avoid, but no matter how hard you try, and no matter like it's always gonna happen, you know. So to me,
that's the world we live in.
The world we live in. Yeah. And at your school, bro,
you can sit there. Yeah.
At your school, did you see a lot of fights?
Man, fights was every day. It's just who was fighting. You know what I mean?
Yep.
We don't have the metal detectors, bro.
Yeah.
We didn't have that. That's crazy. We had that in alternative school.
And even then, bro, even though we have metal detectors, people still found ways to snuck shit in. Like I remember when I was in 8th grade, bro. I remember this kid snuck in some kid, bro, snuck in some brass knuckles. Well, I guess they weren't brass knuckles, but they were shaped like brass knuckles, but they were made out of really, really hard plastic that I have no idea where he got from. Maybe it was his dad's or something. And he got into a fight with another kid, and he busted him in the head, and there was blood all over the hallway. The other kid had to get taken and go and get stitched up. I remember like people meeting up after school to go have like little wars. Like it'd be like 12, 15 people. Did you fight a lot, bro?
Yeah, I fought a lot, man.
And see,
I've been fighting since I was in 1st grade.
And see, bro, that's crazy because
I was a bad little kid.
That's crazy, bro. Because I like watching fighting. I like practicing Muay Thai. I love sparring. I love fighting. But growing up, I never got in a fight myself. You know what I mean? Like I will fight my friends. We'd box. I had people try to fight me in school, but I never fought. It was usually either outside of school with my friends, like in my hood, or in the gym. You know what I mean? I never really did that shit. In school, you know?
Yeah.
And what about?
Bro, I think it was for me was just to be a badass, bro. Like it was just that I was just so bad, bro, from the beginning. I could just remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Choking a boy in kindergarten. Cause I was short, bro. And, you can't reach. I couldn't reach the sink, my nigga. And I couldn't reach, and he's like, you're short. I remember it, like it's like a good memory. I remember turning around
and what about
and just running and grabbing him and slamming him into the stall, bro. And the teacher had to come and grab me.
I remember, and man. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm like, man, dude, like that was my first little incident. You know what I'm saying? And then in 1st grade, it was the cafeteria.
I remember my first incident, bro.
Went on from there.
I remember my first incident. I was like in, I want to say 5th grade. And I was always a really goofy looking kid, bro. I looked like I had long hair. I wore glasses. I used to like skateboard. I used to listen to like rock, heavy metal and shit. So I looked kind of goofy, you know what I mean? So I didn't get picked on, but nobody really tried to pick on me. But if they were to pick on somebody, I'd probably be the easiest one to pick on. You know what I mean? So I always, like I said, bro, I always loved fighting. So ever since I was a little kid, first I started doing karate. So for me, karate was kind of what taught me like how to fight, if anything, you know. And I remember one time I had walked into the restroom, bro, and these kids walked in behind me, and one of them tried to pants me. It was 3 of them. One of them tried to pants me. He went in front of me and he stopped me.
What grade was this?
I was in 5th grade. He like went in front of me, bro, and he stopped me, right? And then the other 2 came from behind me and kind of just like put me in the middle. You know what I mean? And then the dude, I kind of already felt something was coming on. So the dude tried to pants me. So I held my pants up and I punched him, bro. Bah! straight to his fucking face, right? And I didn't even think, bro. I just kind of turned around and I swung at this other kid that was just to my left of me. I just threw my hand. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even look. I didn't even think. I just threw it because I kind of seen where he was. And boom, it hit him dead in the fucking mouth, bro. And he kind of like stumbled back and he went into like it hit him. We were young. You know what I mean? You don't really expect to get hit like that. You know what I mean? So I turned around and hit the third dude, but he kind of was like, nah, bro, chill. So the other dude that tried to pants me, he was a big boy, bro. He was a little taller than me, but he was heavier than me. So I weighed maybe like 60 pounds. He weighed like 110 pounds. So he was like twice my size. You know what I mean? And he grabbed me, bro, and he threw me against the fucking urinals. You know what I mean? And it was bro. We were scrapping. We fucking scrapped, and we fought, bro, for like 2-3 minutes until we were both tired, and then we both went to class and never said shit about it. And then I remember I ran into him in high school, like nothing happened. We never talked about that shit again. You know, that dude was kind of crazy, bro. I remember he fucking went to alternative school for trying to catch the restroom trash can on fire.
That sounds like one of the. I know them kind of people.
yeah. So, but ever since then, bro. Ever since then, I never really got into an argument at school. You know. I was gonna ask you, bro. I know you got your baby boys. You know what I mean? Like, those are my little homies. Say what's up to them. What advice, bro? What advice would you give? What advice would you give to the kids, bro? Like, what growing up, the way you grew up and the way that I grew up, bro, and all of that bullshit that we went through. If you could sit down because you know kids don't listen, bro. If you could sit down and talk to them and just tell them something, and that be that one thing that would stick inside of their head, what would you tell them, bro?
Knowledge is key.
I agree, bro.
The more you know, the better you're off to making better choices. Because everybody learns from a kid, right from wrong. We teach our kids that when they first grow up, so they know that stuff right from wrong. It's sometimes what they don't know, what we haven't taught them, like evolution. We haven't absorbed all that knowledge that we should have from our ancestors because of where we came from. But that's an excuse because everybody has a chance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially nowadays, bro. Especially nowadays, you know, with like the internet. I know that Google shouldn't be your first primary source of knowledge, you know what I mean? But with Google, you can start.
That should be your notes. Google should be your notes.
Yeah.
Your knowledge should come from books.
You can start from there, you know what I mean? You can what books can I find about this subject? You know, that's what's amazing about us now, bro, is that we pretty much have like an infinite well of knowledge, if you must call it something, you know? Like, you can Google something you want to learn about and it'll point you the right direction to get those books, you know? And that's what I wish a lot of people would understand, bro. Like, a lot of people get lost in life, bro, because they really just want to make money. You know, like, I remember growing up, I had passions, you know. I was just an explorative kid. I wanted to learn about everything. Everything kind of interested me, you know. And then as I got older, I kind of lost that motivation to kind of learn things, and I wanted to more just make money. You know what I mean? Like, fuck it, I'll learn about anything, I'll do anything as long as I get some fucking money at the end, so I can buy me some clothes, so I can buy me a car, I can buy me some shoes. And the older I got, bro, the more I realized that if you just sit down and you find something that you really, really, really fucking love, and you just go balls deep into that shit and you learn about it, you live a happy life. That's
investing into yourself, bro. That's the perfect investment. That's something that comes over time, bro. They don't build Microsoft in a day, bro. It takes years. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
It's bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get what you're trying to say though.
And a lot of people don't realize that shit, bro. You know, we live in an age, bro, where everything is instant. Like, instant food, instant coffee, instant pictures, instant fucking porn. You know what I mean? Like, back in the days, bro, you couldn't even get fucking porn, bro. You had to send a check in the mail. Wait till they got the check. They get the fucking check. They send you some fucking DVDs in the mail, and then you watch your porn. You know what I mean? Like, people have patience now. Back in the days, bro. Now people, like, they lack patience, bro. They want to get everything that they can get, bro, right now. You know what I mean? Like, I want it now, and I want it fast, and I don't really want to work too hard for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it. But man, it's society, man. It's just the way that the power of technology just took over.
And that shit, and it's good, bro, because technology, it's really good, bro. It's really good, and it's really good for all of us, and it's a way to, like I said, it made learning, it made communicating, it made putting your thoughts out there so much easier. You know, like you can connect with anybody in the fucking world, but people don't use it for that, bro.
I feel like that's too much. You shouldn't use it like that. That's pure stupidity. Why would you want somebody else to know what your next move is?
Well, not just.
I guess because I see it differently.
But not just anybody, bro. Not just anybody. Like, what about me and you? You know what I mean? Like, we communicate through this shit, and you don't necessarily like. It's not necessarily.
I'm fine. Honestly, I'm fine with a flip phone. If I could just have a flip phone, I'll be cool with a flip phone. You just call me.
Yeah.
It's not them chirp ones, bro, because them chirp ones.
But see, bro.
You remember them chirps?
Yeah. Chirp, where you at?
Yeah, I can't do that.
I was gonna tell you, bro. But see, even then, like, you have to. It's. I can see where you're coming from with that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I can see where you're coming from. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like an adaptation, bro. Like, if you don't adapt and you try to stay with just fucking flip phones, then you're not really much different than an animal that went extinct that didn't want to adapt to the new things coming around in their environment. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't adapt to these things that are coming to us, you know, and we don't take them in a positive way, we'll become extinct, bro. You know what I mean? You might fucking die. I'm not saying that if you don't learn how to use a cell phone, you're gonna die, but your life might be a little fucking harder. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it, bro. What if
that's why knowledge is key.
What if they didn't like, you didn't want to use a GPS, like you just wanted to use a flip phone, you're like, fuck GPS, you're gonna have to pull out your fucking map and shit?
Nah, you get you a little GPS tracker,
That's true. But see, that's technology though, bro. Somebody can hack that and know you.
No, but I'm not knocking the phone or nothing like that. I'm just trying to say, like, bro, have you ever just seen somebody just stare at their phone all day? Have you ever seen your kids phone all fucking day? You know, my little boy, he has not touched the phone, bro, and he is 2.5.
And that's fucking awesome, bro.
I'm sorry. I lied. I'm not gonna put on blast like that, but somebody gave him the phone because she was busy. You know what I mean? But I understand. And he kind of got addicted immediately, bro. It was like, I came home that day from work and he was like, phone. I'm like, phone?
Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And see, bro, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. I've seen people, like, cross the fucking street looking down at their fucking phone, bro. Like, are you serious right now? Like, are you fucking serious right now?
Being at somebody's funeral, like, yeah, my nigga was he was a good dude, like.
Are you fucking serious right now?
I the court, they got him.
Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Like, you really can't put your fucking phone down for 15, 20 minutes. Not even, bro. Fucking crossing the street takes like 30 seconds. Your Instagram post or your fucking text message that you just got is so much fucking more important than getting ran the fuck over right there.
I don't think they don't think of it like that, bro. Have you ever okay, it's like texting and driving, bro. How much as I say I fucking hate that shit, bro. It's just like, man, I've gotten to a point where I'm like, I gotta put my phone on the seat next to me, bro, because if not, I'm wanting it in my hand. I'm gonna start messing with some shit. Like, I gotta keep my phone away from me. I have a bad habit, bro, but I'm paying attention, bro. Look, I'm gonna knock on shit. I'm good. I haven't gotten to no accident. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I want to get into one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I jinx myself to get into one. But if it would, it'd be fucking funny, bro, because I got full coverage. I need a new truck. Nah, I'm playing. I like my truck. I'm just playing. I love my truck.
And see, bro.
I really don't want nothing to happen. But I got a bad habit, bro. So I understand, bro. And it's just impatient, bro, when you're doing something, especially when in the business that we're in.
Yeah.
You know, when they're calling, like, if you got different vendors calling you and stuff like that, you got to answer to see what they want. You know what I mean? You got you know, you got to check it, your emails, bro, and it's a habit. Like, sometimes you got to separate that, bro. You got to put work aside. You know what I'm saying? That's what I have to be doing, bro.
Talking about putting work aside, bro, and having some fun. How are you feeling? We're less than a week away from Cowboy versus fucking McGregor. How are you feeling? Talking about having some motherfucking fun, bro. I'm ready to watch that shit.
Oh, man, bro.
What's your prediction, bro?
Not that. My prediction?
Give us your prediction. Who wins?
I predict McGregor knockout second round.
In the second round, you think so? I want to say,
But
just because I always disagree with you, bro, and it's kind of like it's kind of like our thing, just to disagree when we talk about fighting, bro. I'm gonna go with Cerrone, and I'm gonna say just because I've seen Connor, Max Holloway, I think it was Max Holloway, hit him with this, and I'm gonna say this. I think Cerrone might get him with the head kick, bro. And I don't give a fuck how much Connor says he's been training for it and stuff like that. But look, I don't think it's gonna be round 1 head kick knockout. I want to say it might be like round 3 or 4, because if Connor doesn't, I don't know how good his stamina is, bro. I haven't seen him fight since Khabib, and it literally like he got tired, like he gassed out when he was fighting Khabib. You know what I mean?
are they gonna make it? They're making it a 5-minute round, right? All main events are now 5-minute rounds.
I honestly, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know. I have no idea.
Man,
but see,
you know,
the further
if it goes 3 rounds, bro, it's gonna go on, bro. Someone's gonna get knocked out, bro.
But see, bro, have you watched Cowboy Cerrone versus fucking goddamn Matt Brown? I think that's his name, Matt Brown.
Yes.
He beat him with the fucking head kick, bro, and it was in the really deep later rounds. Cause I saw man, dude, I don't remember what round it was. Was it like 3rd? Maybe the last round, 4th round. I have no idea, bro. I don't remember. I saw that fight like 2 weeks ago, like last week, but I can't remember what fucking round he knocked him out in. But I know he hit him with the head kick.
You know who's fighting too in this card too. Pettis is fighting.
Yeah, Pettis is fighting. Who the fuck is he fighting?
Carlos. I can't pronounce his last name, bro.
Let me see. Let me look it up real fast. Hold on. Anthony Pettis. Carlos. Oh, I don't even know how that guy fights, bro. Honestly, you think he's gonna beat him?
He's a 3rd-degree black belt in Brazilian
Jiu-Jitsu.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bro,
I think it'll be a good fight. I haven't seen him fight. I haven't seen him fight either. So.
I mean, dude, the whole fucking card is stacked, bro.
You know what I mean? Yep.
Like, in the early prelims, you have a lot of names that are just coming up. You got Brian Kelleher, you got Tim Elliott for the flyweight, but the flyweight bantamweight. Then you got the first fight's gonna be a women's flyweight, and then the prelims, you got some good fighters on there. Nobody like maybe Sodiq Yusuf. He's a really good fighter, bro. He has a lot of good knockouts. He's fighting a guy.
I think they could have put somebody else to this fight, bro. I think they could have put like Leon Edwards and like Masvidal already, man. Throw Masvidal back in there, man. Like, make some money out. If I was Masvidal, I would be like, man, come on.
Masvidal right now, bro. Masvidal is on some other shit. He's more of a businessman now, you know. Like, he doesn't have to take any fight they throw him. You know what I mean? Like, his hype is so big right now. Like, everybody knows Masvidal. He's like one of the biggest stars right now, and it's literally just from last year. Like, it came out of nowhere. So now he can sit down and kind of negotiate with the UFC. You know what I mean? And he took out Ben Askren, bro. He took out Ben Askren. He took out Darren Till.
Why do you bring Ben Askren in it?
Bro, because, because the only reason I bring Ben Askren up, bro, is because anybody that knows fighting, for real fighting, they've seen him fight in Bellator. They've seen him fight what was it? I think he fought in ONE FC, you know what I mean? So, and he ran through everybody over there, bro. Maybe it was because there wasn't such a good talent pool over there. Maybe he was fighting guys that were a lot, that sucked. Not sucked, but they weren't as good. Bro, the UFC is like the best of the fucking best. You know what I mean? Like, that's the best of everywhere. Everybody wants to fight in the fucking UFC. You know what I mean? Bellator is number 2, but that's like fucking the NFL and fucking arena football. You know what I'm saying?
I said we should have never made that trade. I would have never made that trade.
What trade? Mighty Mouse. Mighty Mouse is fighting, bro. His fight's coming up. I think.
I know. Hey, he's still going hard, bro.
Bro, he's still out there taking care of motherfuckers. I think Mighty Mouse is
that just shows the fight in you. You know.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
I would like to see the next fight. I would like Connor to win this one, and I would like to see him fight Nate Diaz, man, and then see what goes on from there. They said they're giving him 3 fights, so he wants to fight Khabib, but I just don't see it. Khabib is just. I don't know. Let's see the new Conor.
I don't think.
Let's see if the Conor even trained. And
Yep.
You said he got a different style, right?
I want to see.
Right?
I want to see it. It's all on how he performs, bro. Like, let's say he goes out there, he fucking knocks out Cowboy Cerrone, he runs right fucking through him. I think he should get a rematch. But if he goes out there, he barely beats Cowboy Cerrone, it goes into a fucking decision, I think he should get another fight to get back up there. It just really depends on how he fucking performs. Does that make sense?
Hey, decision Cerrone, you think they'll give it to him?
Cerrone's good, bro. I like Cerrone. I think I like his style. I like his Muay Thai. I like everything about him. I like that he's.
Hey, you know what? Look, hey, if he takes that L, he's still gonna fight Nate Diaz.
Look, bro. At the end of the day, who takes the L, Cerrone or McGregor?
If McGregor takes the L, he'll still fight Diaz. Watch.
Yeah.
That's too big of a fight to pass up, man.
Did you?
The people want to see it. You know what I mean? They cannot just not do it for his last 3 fights. He has to end out that one. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, they both got to go out there. And they slug it out, bro. All the time. They always slug it out. So, that'll be a good fight to see.
I think that'd be a great fight. I like the way that Diaz showed up against Masvidal, bro. If you're a real Nate Diaz fan, if you're a real Nate Diaz fan, bro, if you've seen a lot of his fights like I have, you know that Nate Diaz always gets cut in the same fucking spot, bro. He got cut in the same spot Conor McGregor won. Same fucking spot. Fucking Conor McGregor 2, I think he got cut in the same spot. Every fucking time he fights, every person he fucking fights, he gets cut in the same spot. Was Jorge Masvidal, did he win the first 2 rounds? I think so. I think he won the first 2 rounds. Was Nate Diaz out? No. I think he was just getting started, just like he said, just because I know Nate Diaz, like, not personally, but I know how he fights, bro. I know that he still had a lot in him. He's still a fucking dangerous guy. You know what I mean? Like, he's like a fucking dog, bro.
It was running into Golden Boy time, bro. Golden Boy.
That's all it was. It was the Golden Boy conspiracy.
You know that hold is the fight from starting.
Yeah. And I can see Oscar De La Weirdo like bitching and shit, saying that they. And honestly, bro, with Oscar De La Weirdo and fucking the beef that he's got with Dana White, I can see Dana White like trying to pull some shit, and then Oscar being a little crybaby and saying he's gonna like sue if that's even fucking possible. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't think it.
I don't know, bro. I'm just kind of hot.
Nah, Oscar De La Hoya gonna fuck your ass up.
Oh my god, damn it, bro. Shit. But shit, bro, I think we should wrap it up. It's 32 minutes. I think we chopped it up with the people. Hopefully they like what they hear. We'll be back. I want to start doing this shit at least fucking 2-3 times a week, bro. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, just hit me up, bro. Hit my line. You know what I'm saying? I'm always down.
Oh, yeah. Tell the people, you want to say something to the people, bro? You want to give some shout-outs? You want to say what's up to anybody?
Nah, I just teach the people like the same way I teach my kids. Knowledge is key. Figure that out, and you got it, man.